Welcome dear students. This is fourth lecture on sampling techniques and design of experiments of unit 1. In this lecture we discuss sampling and non-sampling errors, types of sampling like subjective or purposive or judgment sampling, probability or random sampling techniques, mixed sampling techniques. First, let us look into sampling errors. Sample is a portion of population. So, in the selection of sample, some errors may enter into sample data. In case of complete enumeration, there will be no sampling errors. So, let us look into some sampling errors. The first error is faulty selection of sample. This is a part of sampling error due to improper use of sampling technique. For the selection of a sample, for example, if we use simple random sampling instead of stratified random sampling, then there will be error in the estimates. This error can be avoided by strictly following the correct sampling procedure. Next error is substitution error. If there will be any difficulty in enumerating a particular unit, the enumerators generally substitute it with a convenient unit of the population. This leads to some error in the estimate because the characteristics of the original unit and the substituted unit will not be the same. Next error is faulty demarcation of sampling units. In the case of field surveys, we may not be able to demarcate the sampling units correctly. This faulty demarcation adds some error to the estimates. For example, in agricultural experiments or crop cutting surveys, the decision of including borderline cases depends on the will of the investigators. Hence, likely error in the decision. Next error is error due to improper choice of statistics. Wrong selection of a statistic for estimating a parameter contributes in the estimate. For example, we have sample variance s square is equal to 1 by n into summation I is equal to 1 to n yi minus y bar whole square. This sample variance is not an unbiased estimate of the population variance sigma square. But this s square, that is equal to 1 by n minus 1 summation I is equal to 1 to n yi minus y bar whole square, is an unbiased estimate of population variance sigma square. Therefore, if s square is obtained by the first formula, there will be some errors in the estimate. This type of errors can be eliminated by proper choice of the statistic. By increasing the sample size small n, we can decrease the sample errors. Next is non-sampling errors. The data of a census will be free from sampling errors, but non-sampling errors will be present. The data of a sample survey will have both sampling and non-sampling errors. Non-sampling errors occurs at every stage of a census or sample survey. These errors are mainly due to faulty planning and definitions. Planning of a survey consists of stating the purpose of the survey clearly. These objectives are later put to action. A set of specifications are given for the collection, processing, and publication of the data. Hence, non-sampling errors can arise because of errors in location of the units, errors in recording and measurements, errors due to ill-designed questionnaire, errors due to lack of trained and qualified enumerators, and lack of adequate supervisory staff. Next error is response errors. These errors occur as a result of responses given by the respondents. They are due to any of errors may be accidental. The respondent may misunderstand a particular question. Accordingly, he may give wrong information without any motive behind it. Prestige error. Sometimes the respondents may give wrong information intentionally. The pride and prejudice of persons interviewed adds a new type of error called prestige error. In order to safeguard this in order to safeguard his self-interest, he may give incorrect information. For example, a person may upgrade or downgrade his income, education, occupation, etc. Next is bias due to investigator. Response errors may also be due to bias of the part of the investigator. His prejudice and beliefs may affect the accuracy of the response. Next, failure of respondents' memory. Some of the questions in the survey may refer to the past events. The respondents may fail to recollect the past and give incorrect information. Hence, there may be errors in the data. Next error is non-response errors. Non-response errors occur if complete information is not obtained from all the units in the sample. In a house-to-house survey, non-response usually occurs if the respondent is not found at home. Even after repeated visits, the respondent is not there. This is called non-response errors. If he is present, he may not be able to give information for all the questions. Sometimes he may refuse to answer certain questions. Therefore, some error is added due to non-response. Next error is compiling errors. Various operations involved in the data processing are a big source of error. For example, editing and decoding, tabulation and summarization of data obtained in the survey contribute some error to the estimates. These errors can be controlled by proper verification and checks. Next is publication errors. The errors that occur in printing and presentation of tabulated results are called publication errors. These errors are mainly due to improper proofreading. In sample survey, non-sampling errors may also arise due to defective sampling frame. In a sample survey, non-sampling errors can be controlled to a large extent by employing qualified, trained and experienced personnel. Also, they can be controlled by providing better equipment for processing and analysis of the data. But it is not possible to control the errors in the census because of vast area and huge data. Non-sampling errors are more serious in a census than in a sample survey. Sampling errors decrease with the increase in sample size, but non-sampling errors increase with increase in sample size. Up to this, the sampling and non-sampling errors. Next topic is types of sampling. The method of selecting a sample depends on the nature of the data and the type of inquiry. There are three types of samplings. They are subjective or purposive or judgment sampling, probability sampling and mixed samplings. The subjective or purposive or judgment sampling is the sample is selected based on decision or convenient or judgment of the investigator. Judgment of sampling is a non-probability sampling. This sampling suffers from the drawback of favoritism and depending on beliefs and prejudices of the investigator. This leads to judgment sampling may not give a representative sample of the population. For example, if the survey relates to living standard of a country, investigator may select all the individuals from a rich locality for his convenience. Then this sample does not represent the middle low income group of people. Hence, this sampling method is rarely used except if investigator is experienced and skilled and unbiased. Whereas in this sampling, no probability involved. Each and every unit of the population may include or may not include in the sample. Next sampling technique is probability sampling or random sampling technique. This is a scientific method of selecting the samples according to some laws of probability. In this method, each unit of the population has an equal chance of including into the sample. This sampling supports the statistical theory of randomness and it is representative of the population. The different kinds of probability sampling are each unit has equal chance of being selected and sampling units have different probabilities of being selected and probability of selection of a unit is proportional to the sample size. Next is mixed sampling technique. In this sampling method, the samples are selected partly according to same probability laws and partly according to a fixed sampling rule. These samples are known as mixed samples and the technique of selecting the samples is known as mixed sampling. Various types of mixed sampling techniques are simple random sampling. Here, if the population is homogeneous, all the units are alike, we use simple random sampling. Stratified random sampling. If heterogeneity involves in the data, we use this stratified random sampling technique. Systematic sampling. If the population units are arranged systematically like numbered trees in a forest or labeled library books in a library like that. And this is multi-stage sampling, simple cluster sampling, multi-stage cluster sampling, area sampling, quota sampling like that. These are the various mixed sampling techniques. Okay, thank you students. Up to this unit 1 is completed. All concepts in this unit 1 is related to theory only. You have to understand the concepts and write twice or thrice the point-wise concepts so that you can reproduce all the concepts in the examination. You are going to get one 10-mark question, two 10-mark questions. Out of two 10-mark questions, you are going to write one 10-mark questions and two 5-mark questions. You can write both two 5-mark questions. There is no either or 5 marks questions. Okay, thank you.